welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend.
Hey guys.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
We're back with another episode here of My Team Career Mode. So this is episode 21. We're doing the sprint and the race. So we're starting P3. Note that Russell's starting ahead of Leclerc in this sprint race, so this is huge. This is the time to capitalize for George Russell. You see, we got to first off of that, but shockingly, Russell is up to second. We're just wanting to win the race. We don't want to win really the sprint. I mean, I'm going to help Russell out here since we have the same power unit as Mercedes. We're going to help Russell gain points. So we're just going to let Russell be the leader. I know this is weird, but we want to have a shocking end finish. So I'm not going to let Russell, letting him win, he'll have a better chance, but if I have a chance to win, I'm going to take it. But I'm going to give the sprint win purposely to Russell because he needs the championship points. To make sure Leclerc doesn't, and you clearly see that we just got busted. What's going on at this point? Like we just got yeeted. I don't know what's going on. Safety car, full safety car. You just saw what just happened. Like, I wonder if I could go back and replay it. So Guan Yu Zhou is out. Yeah, I can't go back and replay it. But so a safety car is coming out. We're gonna be like with 2 laps to go when we go back green, so but next Tuesday will be the finale F1 22 before we go to F1 23 career mode. So next Tuesday will be the finale. Next Tuesday will be the finale for F1 22 because next Friday will be when F1 23 comes out. I think updates will be coming up on the way. I'll let you guys know Tuesday what we're gonna start off our career with. So there's a bunch of options, but I think we're gonna possibly start off on doing possibly either Breaking Point or My Team career mode, but it all depends. But this sprint is not going the way I wanted it to. Really wanted to gain some points for the constructors, but where is our teammate? He's in P11. He has a chance to get points. Probably not in this one, but unfortunately Leclerc is sitting in 4th, George Russell, so Russell's not going to gain as much as he probably hoped. I don't think we're going green here on lap 4. Say it takes one more lap unless they decide to go green. not worth the risk to go on new soft tires, I don't think so. I feel sorry for Guanyu Joe, but we just got sideways because of Lando Norris, and he came in and got wing damage. He's right behind us. I wonder how mad he is at us. So Vettel got the fastest lap because he was catching up to the field. We did not come in like Norris and Vettel did, but so your top three, so both George Russell and Hamilton are in first and second, Verstappen third, and unfortunately Leclerc in fourth. So if George Russell is not 25 points or less, Leclerc should wrap up the title. So all George Russell needs to do is just to stay within 25 points come finale, and he'll have a chance. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win it. He'll just have a chance if Leclerc crashes out on the finale. But of course, we're going to go green this time. But we're going to try to gain as much spots as we can, hopefully. Hoping to get a good amount of spots here, but we have to play a safety or a thing like we did I believe that was Hungary where we won. We may have to do the same thing to where we're going on like cards. And we passed schematic cards, we're 14th. But obviously it's because we sent it in there, but you know. And well, so much for being 14th. Well, we just accidentally ran into those guys and screwed ourselves over. I guess we're cruising to a 21st place finish, unfortunately. We were in third, but we just got screwed over by Norris. I really want to finish ahead of Norris, though. I mean, he screwed us over, but Russell got the fastest lap. That could go to extra point, maybe. And Vettel is going to get ourselves red wing damage. But it looks like it's going to start in 20th, unfortunately. Thought we had the good thing, but I expect us to possibly rebound in the race. But it looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for Mercedes, possibly. That's what it looks like. Unfortunately, Leclerc is going to get P4 still. No one has been able to pass him for P5, so Russell's still going to gain points, but not as much. What Russell needs is for Leclerc not getting points, so. mean, if Russell did win the
Well, not the results our
race,
Bundesliga would have
I
wanted,
mean,
but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Well, that wraps up the sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us there.
so coming into the race, George Russell is now 37 points out of Leclerc. He gained 3 points, but Leclerc don't finish in the top 10. Which I hope for Russell's sake that happens, and Russell wins the race. Then Russell will be back in this. I think he will be like 17 or so points behind, but it's really what Russell is hoping at this point, that he doesn't score points. But we're going to the race here.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, and Valtteri Bottas, Massa, Gasly, Mick Schumacher, and Magnussen, Latifi, Albon, Lando Norris, and Sebastian Vettel, Reed, Stroll, Joe, and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay, so we're on soft to mediums, but hoping that we get out of the safety car to go to hards. Pilots are out underway. It said on the thing that so like I was saying, I had to turn the volume down there. Like I was saying that it said that Russell had to stay within had to gain 11 points to stay within contention. If he don't gain 11 points, Leclerc has won the title. So, and our own teammate, what are you doing, man? Well, so much for gain ground. We just got screwed over by our own teammate. I don't know what's going on at this point. Now, I know we were side by side with Ocon. I didn't realize the Ocon was right there. Like, I didn't realize like there was a turn like to where you can DNF. Well, I just screwed Ocon's chances over. So. But possibly we can possibly stay out the rest of the way. Now this is probably a weird strategy. The last time we did this strategy, we won the race. So I mean, we just have to get closer, within distance of these guys. I know they're gonna come to pit lane probably around lap 5, lap 6. I could be wrong. I don't really see any of. You never know. But a lead development change. Leclerc started 4th. Russell got passed by Leclerc on the restart. So Leclerc, now your leader. Leclerc knows what he has to do. He has to stay in front of Russell. Unfortunately, Russell's in 2nd, to whereas Leclerc is now your leader. So if Leclerc stays in 2nd, in 1st, then he will win the title. It's already going to be sealed, so. So now we are trying to catch a safety car. Safety car won't come in probably until we catch up to them. So it's going to be this lap, maybe next lap. Not 100% sure. And we've caught up to the field. Well, we know everybody's going to be pitting here in a few laps, so. The question is, do we take the lead? The only two people that are on mediums is Magnussen and Valtteri Bottas. Massa's in 10th. Note that everybody still has to come to pit road though. But unfortunately, I hate to be Leclerc, or Russell, but it just seems like Leclerc is still in 1st. But it seems like the Ferraris are the ones that are making up the ground though on this race. They did in the feature race, but in the race they have made ground. So. because Leclerc went from 4th to 1st, and Sainz went from 6th to 4th, I believe. So we all should be coming in this time. Well, I mean, like the safety car should be coming in.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tires
Now we may not want another safety car because we can pull away by a good gap. Well, we're not going to come back in. I know we have that wing damage, but I think we could hold off. They're going to have to come in lap 8 at the max, I would think, because that would still give them 10 laps. We pitted on lap 1. Of course, our teammate's going to be slow. I've heard that before. He's going to get the run on me. Don't want him to get the run on me. Massa's slow. Damn it. Sorry, my language. That was my fault for saying that. But is Massa holding up Stroll? This could maybe help us. But sooner or later, these guys are going to have to come to pit road. Now, like I mentioned next Tuesday will be the finale for F122. But more than likely, I'd say that we are just going to do something else. Right. No, Norris has a fast car, but we're not giving up on this fight. And he's going to clear us. He's going to check us up. And Vettel, what in the world? Sebastian Vettel's going to... So they're all coming in. Oh no, some of them are coming in. Question is, how far ahead are we going to be? because of that wing damage. We should cycle out to the race lead. Was that Hamilton coming in though? Yeah, that was Hamilton. So Sainz and Russell stayed. Massa stayed, but you know we're staying out to the end because we have a good amount of. The only reason why I want us to come in is because we have wing damage, I suspect. Because I know we can make it on tire wear. Of course, Magnussen is going to stay out. Leclerc signed side by side. Bottas still the race leader, but they're Magnussen. So it's going to cycle to us being the leader. Question is, when do Magnussen and Bottas come in? Magnussen will be my block here from Verstappen and Leclerc, but Verstappen's going to be the one in second here once everything cycles out. I'm just wondering when these guys are going to come in, because I'm trying not to lose that much ERS, but of course Magnussen's trying to be a butt, trying to pass us. Like, I mean, we don't want him to pass it. We want him to stay behind us. Valtteri Bottas, don't know, like I mentioned, we only got 8 laps to go in this Grand Prix, and still I'm just worried about, because Verstappen and Leclerc, they are closing, so Magnussen and Bottas, they're going to have to come in. So, question is, and there you heard their pit window is open. Bottas did not come in. Does Magnussen come in? Moment of truth. Magnussen stays out. How long are these guys going to stay out? They can't stay on mediums. They have to go on 2 tire stop. So, must be mediums to softs or something like that. So, but unfortunately, Magnussen may actually get passed by Verstappen. We're trying to waste ERS here because Verstappen's going to probably pass. That move is not even there. Verstappen's going to pass Magnussen. And Verstappen may pass us. I'm not 100% sure here. Magnussen's getting past, so I'd say now's a good time for him to come in. Get a fresh set of possibly softs, I'd say. That's what he's coming in for. Valtteri Bottas should come in, maybe. I honestly don't know when they're going to pit, so. And sure enough, this will be the time when they come into pit road, so. This is a fight for the race lead and the possible win. You see we have the ERS to clear Verstappen. Leclerc is in the wings waiting here for a position. But you know Leclerc, if he stays in front of Russell, he's going to win the championship. I really want this to be a fight between Leclerc and Russell, like for it to come down to the last second to where possibly contact. But unfortunately, or no, that's Russell in 6th. That's our teammate in 17th for a second there, because we both have the same color on our cars. So Russell is sitting P6, so he's gonna have to have Leclerc possibly to DNF in order for Sainz has wing damage. We went side by side with Sainz. I didn't realize he had wing damage, so that's one extra spot for Russell. This puts Leclerc into P2 though. This gives us a little bit of a breathing gap. Well, and Leclerc, you clearly see he sent it because he knows that Russell's sitting in P5. Russell still has a chance to come back. Leclerc doesn't want the comeback to happen, so if Leclerc gets wing damage, he will. This will be Russell still contending. All that needs to happen. And you clearly see we sent it in there. But this now means Russell, so now Leclerc has come in, huge damage to the championship. We're sitting in first. We'd love to win this race. Hamilton locks up. Now this puts Russell possibly into a podium. Do we give Russell the win? We're still holding on to a podium. I think we're going to race Russell for this win though. But I don't think we can, and he's going to give us wing damage. We're not going to contend for this win, it doesn't look like. We're still trying to hold on to the podium, but it doesn't look like we're going to maybe possibility. Hamilton backed off, that's weird. But unfortunately Russell's going to pull away, but this means that Russell has a chance to win the championship come to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, because we sent it in trying to stay in the race lead, but we unfortunately damaged Leclerc's wing. But we're trying to stay in the podium, spot. I'm hoping we still may get points here, even if we don't get a podium. But still, this is definitely a comeback drive. But Hamilton's trying to get to us or pass us. He almost did there, but he's going to try to come back. Alonso's up to P5. But Russell has just pulled away, though. Russell's going to cruise to the win. So unfortunately, it's not a good chance for... so we had to do what we had to do there to get Hamilton off of our back, but unfortunately we pushed Hamilton in the grass and he's not in the top 10. We're still in P2. We're still holding off Verstappen. Alonso, of all people, like... And Alonso is side by side with Verstappen all of a sudden, so... You see, we sent it in there purposely. Schumacher is up to a P6. What in the world's going on? Where is our teammate? P13. Man, this is close. Williams is P7 with Alexander out. What's going on at this point? Like, I think this is going to be a good podium, I guess. Unless, I mean, I know we still have 2 laps, but come 2 to go. But Russell's going to win the race, and he is going to contend for the championship come to Abu Dhabi because Leclerc's not going to get any points. Hamilton, I believe it's Hamilton retiring. Could be wrong. No, Hamilton didn't retire. He just got spun off the grass once again. So Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen is pretty pissed. You see how pissed he is, but we come back lunge at him. 72. Wonder if Verstappen has any wing damage though. Well, he definitely got wing damage there.
That was far too aggressive, mate. Clean passes only with that one penalty.
Russell is going to approach the final lap of this race. He's going to win. Unless he has a mechanical failure on the last lap, which I don't think so, but looks like Russell is going to win the race. We're fighting off for a podium. Schumacher may get a podium on the final lap of this race. And Schumacher's going to lunge at us for a P2. The Schumacher's on the podium all of a sudden. Mass is still in 13th. He's not on game points, unfortunately. This is going to be a shocking podium if Schumacher can manage to stay on in P3. Still, etching the few turns, the final turn towards Russell. And this win is going to put him even closer to the player, so he can contend to Abu Dhabi. Russell is going to win the race, and won the sprint. So he's going to have a better chance at a winning championship or staying within contention. As you see, Schumacher, last second, he's going to try to go on us. P2 for us, and shocker, Schumacher gets a P3. So a podium, us and Schumacher, shocking podium. That's also a comeback drive for us. I didn't expect us to come back. That was a huge drive.
So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart time management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. This result then narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to Reed. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So, Russell gets 33 points. We get 18 points. We should have got some in the sprint, but we didn't. Leclerc only got 5 points. He didn't get a top 10 in the race. The shock podium. Not shocking for Russell to get a podium. But us and Schumacher shockers, second and third. Massa gets P13, our teammate. Another shocker, Alexander Albon gets 6th. He gets points. Lance Stroll gets 1 point for Aston Martin. But you clearly see that was Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton. We accidentally pushed them off the road. The standings. It's not over, folks. George Russell came into this race 40 points out. In the sprint, he was 37 out, but now, all of a sudden, he has a chance because it's now showing him coming into Abu Dhabi only 12 points out. So Russell has a chance, all of a sudden, to win the driver's title. So only 12 points separate Leclerc and George Russell. Ferrari win the constructors. We're sitting P6. As long as Haas doesn't get as much points as we do, as long as we beat Haas, then we'll stay in P6. So I'm not really focused on points, but I'm focused on that driver battle for the championship. It's gonna be a kind of close one coming into Abu Dhabi, but I guess that will be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe for more weekly videos of me playing F1 games. But hope to see you guys next Tuesday for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the finale of F1 22 My Team Career Mode, before we go to F1 23 the Tuesday after. I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.